Welcome to a battlefield of minds. Two grandmasters face off where every move cuts like a sword. One mistake, and it's over. This isn't just chess, it's war disguised as strategy. Let's dive in, move by move, into this epic clash. Anish Giri opens with 1. d4, pushing the queen's pawn forward like a banner, calmly claiming central space and hinting at deep strategic intentions. Wesley So answers with 1. Ningadindelas, Frandia Gardini, Nadianta Tabakorjatiga. Nf6, developing the knight aggressively, immediately contesting the center and signaling readiness for a dynamic battle. Anish Giri plays 2-ball. c4, expanding further, building a strong pawn duo and tightening his grip on central dark squares. Wesley So strikes with 2. G6, preparing a kingside fianchetto, eyes fixed on long-term pressure along the diagonal. Anish Giri continues with 3. Nc3, developing naturally, reinforcing the center and accelerating his mobilization for middle-game control. Wesley So responds 3-Tastarian. Badigda. Bandaim. d5, boldly challenging the center, drawing clear battle lines, and refusing to concede space passively. Anish Giri captures with 4-I. Cx-5, opening lines early and forcing structural decisions from his opponent. Wesley So recaptures 4-Tartani. Endada. 1. Pilil. Man. Shah. Angst 5, centralizing the knight and keeping piece activity high, without compromising pawn structure. Anish Giri pushes 5 Vida Nainris, and Giradsin Harkman at Ganea. e4, building a massive pawn center, daring Wesley So to undermine it tactically. Wesley So snaps with 5-Atanti. Hissada. Dance. Nc-C3, a sharp capture that immediately damages white structure, while relieving central tension. Anish Giri replies 6 Poland. Bxc3, accepting doubled pawns but opening the b-file and reinforcing his broad central presence. Wesley So develops smoothly with 6. 10. Banu. 1. b7, fianchettoing the bishop to pressure the center from afar. Anish Giri plays 7 tall. b3, calmly developing, protecting key squares, and preparing harmonious piece coordination. Wesley So counters with 7. Boy. Nishernant. C. A thematic break, striking directly at White's proud pawn center. Anish Giri develops 8 Toktin. Nf3, reinforcing f5 and d4, ready to meet central exchanges with flexibility. Wesley So jumps out with 8. Sein. Unterdendai. Kafeev, an active queen move, immediately probing weaknesses and adding tactical pressure. Anish Giri, defense precisely with 9. QD2, calmly offering queen trade while securing his position. Wesley So declines simplification with 9. Don't. Can. Nchis, developing and increasing pressure on d4 without easing tension. Anish Giri plays 10. Rabone, a subtle rook move, protecting b2 and preparing queenside expansion. Wesley So responds 10. Inf. Shanfei. A 6, preventing nb5 and preparing queenside stability for future operations. Anish Giri shifts with 11. Arcone, reinforcing the c-file and supporting central pawn structure. Wesley So captures with 11. Nalinyan, Panandasu. Nalenzi. Cx4, opening the center and testing White's coordination. Lui. Anish Giri, recaptures 12. Cx4, restoring material balance while keeping central space intact. Wesley So seizes the moment with 12. Loan. Gadendiniades. Qxst2, forcing a queen trade and dragging the king into the open. Anish Giri responds 13. Kxd2, accepting the trade and trusting his structure and activity to compensate. Wesley So plays 13. Carlos. Dada. Kia. Anamamna. 5. An aggressive thrust, immediately challenging White's center and kingside ambitions. Anish Giri locks the center with 14. F5, gaining space but also fixing pawn structures permanently. Wesley So castles with 14. Nezenzaran, what's thou? Oh, securing the king and preparing heavy piece activity. Anish Giri checks with 15. BC4E, using tempo to improve piece placement and disrupt coordination. Wesley So blocks calmly with 15. X, solidifying the center and preparing development. Anish Giri centralizes his king via 16. Ketu, stepping boldly into the middlegame battlefield. Wesley So develops 16. Daddelsen, non neth, as igardis says. Und, Bunjurai. Be deceiven, connecting rooks and reinforcing queenside squares. Anish Giri advances 17th. 8-4. Launching a kingside pawn storm with attacking intentions. Wesley So answers 17th. Pare. Nah. Nay. Race 8, placing a rook on the open file, eyeing c3 and c2 weaknesses. Anish Giri plays 18. BD2, retreating with purpose, reinforcing c3 and coordinating defense. Wesley So responds 18. Ha. Hut. A. I6, a quiet but useful move, preventing g5 ideas and securing luff. Anish Giri retreats 19. BB3, preserving the bishop and maintaining diagonal pressure. Wesley So centralizes with 19. And Symphonier. Kaif 7, boldly activating the king for the coming endgame. Anish Giri lifts the rook with 20. Ragon, signaling aggressive kingside intentions. Wesley So counters with 20. Nandan. Andan, Tandemdor. FD8, doubling pressure in the center and contesting open files. Anish Giri thrusts 21. Tarai. G4, a direct attack, throwing pawns forward with attacking ambition. Wesley So retreats 21. Ya. Underans. CEO. Nays-Evan, repositioning the knight to support defense and central squares. Anish Giri pushes 22. D5, gaining space and cramping black's kingside structure. Wesley So responds 22. Unnawant, Niranunui. Shiif, locking the kingside and blunting white's pawn storm. Anish Giri activates 23. Bafiv, targeting date and increasing queenside pressure. Wesley So calmly plays 23. Ananiti, Esobanatabahe. Thunder. Celis. Re8, reinforcing e6 and preparing flexible defense. Anish Giri retreats 24. B4, repositioning the bishop to maintain pressure on the diagonal. Wesley So answers with 24. And the I'll crunch. No dende. They fight, consolidating and preparing exchanges. Anish Giri strikes with 25. RX8, exchanging rooks to reduce pressure. Wesley So recaptures 25 to tie. Ein. Oh. RX8, maintaining activity on the C file. Anish Giri captures 26. B7, eliminating a key defender and simplifying the position. Wesley So responds 26. Ayen. Alit. Handen schon einer der Dames, certificat von nei. B7, restoring material balance and keeping structure solid. Anish Giri plays 27. Ardon, contesting the open file and centralizing the rook. Wesley So checks with 27. Oh no. BB5, forcing the king to make a decision under pressure. Anish Giri steps back with 28. Geoni, choosing safety over activity. Wesley So invades with 28. As. Me. RC3, aggressively penetrating the third rank. Anish Giri defends with 29. ND2, challenging the rook and covering key squares. Wesley So swings 29. Inanden. Nendaye. RE3, a surprising rook lift, eyeing H4 and kingside targets. Anish Giri blocks with 30. BC4, contesting the rook and protecting vital squares. Wesley So captures 30. Nanlatain. Pen. Nisiwa. Onarna. RX4, grabbing a pawn and gaining material with tempo. Anish Giri replies 31 tie. BXB5, removing the bishop and opening the A-file. Wesley So recaptures 31, Doriendersund. Unhandal, Suaden Henschen Siu, Lisier. Ban, Chirien, Wanlien, Azulen, Wanjai, Ban, Tau, Sia. Axb5, accepting doubled pawns but opening lines. Anish Giri centralizes with 32. NF3, attacking the rook and improving coordination. Wesley So checks with 32. Nafai. Ijan London, Danten die Show. One journey. Roan, forcing king movement and gaining initiative. Anish Giri, responds 33. Ketu, stepping forward under pressure. Wesley So plays RX Stone, trading rooks cleanly to simplify the position, steering the struggle toward an endgame where his structure and activity shine. Anish Giri recaptures 34-8. Kayak Stone, gaining material but exposing the king deeply. Wesley So centralizes with 34. Kate, preparing king activity for the endgame grind. Anish Giri advances 35. Ben. Ketu, seeking safety and central control. Wesley So continues 35 dive. Panemas for me. Kate is even, marching the king confidently into the center. Anish Giri plays 36. Kethri, matching king activity and bracing for an endgame duel. Wesley So responds 36. Daus. KGX, pressing forward and targeting queenside weaknesses. Anish Giri steps up with 37. Kafur, aggressively centralizing and eyeing kingside pawns. Wesley So plays 37. One man. Domino. Ba3, activating the bishop with tempo and threats. Anish Giri jumps 38. Totinai. NH4, attacking G6 and seeking counterplay. Wesley So checks with 38. Nan2. Biconeo, forcing the king to react immediately. Anish Giri retreats 39. Card 3, avoiding danger while staying active. Wesley So captures the G5 pawn with bxe5, clearing the king's side, reducing counterplay, and converting his positional pressure into a tangible material edge. Anish Giri recaptures 40. Inks Cheeks, striking back and keeping hopes alive. Wesley So advances 40. Nah. What now? Get A5, centralizing and tightening the endgame grip. Anish Giri plays 41 Tada. Fower, creating counterplay and fixing kingside pawns. Wesley So retreats 41 Datai. Anton Desaun. Irish Dua. Najana no Wayne. Najana Hannon Ter. Bedite, repositioning the bishop defensively and flexibly. Anish Giri jumps, 42 Tata. End fight, eyeing G6 and Hes 7 with tactical ideas. Wesley So pushes 42. Nendorzi Wandemne. Under. So. B4, creating a dangerous queenside passer. Anish Giri retreats, 43. Cock 3, sidestepping threats and guarding key squares. Wesley So advances, 43. Cuss. Not 10. B5, reinforcing the pawn chain and gaining space. Anish Giri plays 44. Caddy 3, staying close to the center and kingside. Wesley So checks with 44. Warren. Midorsen fu. Say. Cha. All. Ilya. Din. Nanda. El. Naris. An. Da. Id. H4E, forcing further king displacement. Or Anish Giri responds 45. Cuff 3, but the position grows increasingly cramped. Wesley So pushes 45. Nuwenchen. B3, a dangerous passed pawn surging forward. Anish Giri captures 46. Axe B3, temporarily halting the pawn storm. Wesley So recaptures 46. Nania. Nanim. B4, immediately creating a new passer with tempo. Anish Giri jumps 47. Endless even, attacking key squares and seeking counterplay. Wesley So captures 47 tar. Letty K against 4, winning material and breaking white's resistance. Anish Giri retreats 48. End fight, stubbornly fighting on despite worsening odds. Wesley So plays 48. Oh. In the air. KD5, calmly improving king position and sealing control. Anish Giri jumps 49 Topakai. Endless even, repeating the maneuver, searching desperately for chances. Wesley So responds 49. Nini. Bizaven, neutralizing threats and consolidating advantage. Anish Giri retreats 50I. Knight, aiming for Chicksword 7 as last hopes. Wesley So centralizes with 50. Oh. As. K4, dominating the board with king and pieces. Anish Giri plays 51. NGX, attacking the bishop and pawns, clinging to resistance. Wesley So calmly answers 51. Una, Londawania, Bandijimno, Trawandina. Nai. BC5, maintaining control and cutting off escape routes. Anish Giri jumps, 52 at Unant. Petalbai. Indict, a final knight maneuver seeking tricks. Wesley So responds 52. Ninyan. KD5, stepping forward with absolute confidence. Anish Giri plays 53. NB7, but the position is hopeless and resources are exhausted. Wesley So seals victory with 53. Shimni. Bay3, completely paralyzing white, prompting Anish Giri to resign. The video ends here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Please don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you again, everyone. See you in the next video.